I'm going to be transparent. In 2018 was one of the most character building years I ever had in my life. Now, in 2019 and 2018, I would not have labeled that as a character building year. I would have labeled 2018 as one of the hardest years of my life. But due to all of the wisdom I gained from that 365, due to all of the wisdom I gained from those 52 weeks throughout that 2018 calendar year, I could relabel that as one of the most hardest hurting years. I could relabel that to, that was a year that my character was built. That was a year that my perspective was shaped. Because due to all of the wisdom I have now, all of the wisdom I have now is worth everything that I've left. Am I talking to somebody? All of the wisdom I have now is worth everything that I have left. All of the wisdom that I have now is better than who left. All of the wisdom that I have now is better than what I thought I needed in that season. Can I get somebody to put in the room, it's better? It's better. It is better. It's better. I know that was uncomfortable, but look, your prayer life is better. I know that you didn't like the way that went, but look, your devotion, oh, that's better. I know that it was even hurtful, but look at your joy right now. It's better. It is better. All of the wisdom that I've gained now is better than everything that I had gone through. It was a character building year. I experienced betrayal after betrayal after betrayal. Have you ever experienced so much betrayal that betrayal doesn't shock you anymore? Loyalty does? I'm not shocked when people stab me in the back. What shocks me is people who protect it, people who cover it. Am I talking to anybody? I'm talking about that was a year where it was betrayal in wave form, just hit after hit after hit after hit after hit. I didn't even have time to really even catch my emotional breath without the gut punch of betrayal hit me again. It was happening so frequent where I was like, okay, hold on. One at a time. One at a time. Okay, all right. One at a time. It was happening so frequent and so repetitive that it was hard for me to recover from one blow without experiencing the next blow. And what made it really hurt, there are two things that made the betrayal really hurt, is it wasn't just what happened that hurt, but rather who did it. Am I talking to anybody? It's not just what happened that hurt me. It's who did it. Because that pain hits different when it comes from somebody you told all your pain to. They said they would never do you like that, but they do you like that with the remix. That pain hits different. It wasn't just what was happening, but rather who it was happening from. That's the first thing that was really character building. That's the first thing that was really difficult about the amount of betrayal. And the second thing was I never got closure. I didn't get closure. What do you do when your heart keeps screaming, I want to know why? What do you do when the heart keeps screaming, I want to know why they left. I want to know why they molested me. I want to know why they betrayed me. I want to know why they lied on me. I feel this, y'all. I want to know why they raped me. I want to know why mama let that happen. I want to know why daddy let that happen. I want to know why they left. What do you do when your heart keeps on screaming, I want to know why, I want to know why, I want to know why? And that is what the lack of closure will do. It will cause for us to keep on screaming, I want to know why. The lack of closure will cause for us to stand in the rubble of what was unsaid. Talk, Holy Spirit. The lack of closure, it causes for you to just stand in the rubble of what was unsaid. I didn't get closure. I didn't get closure. My heart kept screaming, I want to know why. I didn't get closure. The lack of closure won't allow you to write the conclusion, but it forces you to the closing credits. I need to say that one more time. The lack of closure doesn't allow you to write the conclusion, but rather it forces you to the closing credits. Hold on, wait, I missed something. I didn't see that scene. How did we get here? What happened in scene 23? What happened in scene 21? I'm not understanding why I'm seeing the closing credits. I missed some scenes. What do you do when the heart keeps screaming? I want to know why. I want to know why. I didn't get closure. I didn't get closure. And for many of us, watching this Therapy Thursday session on tonight, we are mentally and emotionally stranded because you have not received closure. Stuck, not just in your head, but stuck in your emotions. I didn't get closure. And please hear me, not acting like it didn't happen, or let me put it this way, not admitting that something used to have past importance is not a healthy coping mechanism, but rather it's to leave a wound untreated. One more time. Not admitting that something did have past importance to you is not a healthy coping mechanism, but rather it is to leave a wound untreated. And untreated wounds lead to infections, and infections spread. Are y'all hearing me on tonight? I ain't even tripping about that. That didn't even faze me. I'm not bothered by that. You're lying. Not admitting that that did have past importance, that's not a healthy coping mechanism, but rather it's to leave a wound untreated. And untreated wounds become infections, and infections spread. It spread to your joy. It has spread over into the way you think. It has spread to your perspective. It has spread to your security. It has spread to your esteem. I know you're posting, I'm good, I'm not even tripping, but infection spreads. Can't even love them back because that infection has spread. And what I want us to understand is there is nothing wrong with admitting you cared. Acting hard is hard. There is nothing wrong with admitting, gosh, I feel this, y'all. Somebody's eyes is filled with tears. Nothing is wrong with admitting that you cared. In fact, caring is the byproduct of an investment. You know that you were invested by how much you cared. Caring is the byproduct of investing. So let me give you a natural illustration. The stock market. If you have nothing invested in the stock market, if it crashes right now, you really don't care. I mean, you might be empathetic or sympathetic for somebody else who lost everything, but if in no way and no form it does not affect you, you really don't care. You know why? Because you didn't invest anything. But if you invested something, you care if it crashes. It's the same way. Somebody who has invested in you, that is a litmus test that reveals they cared. And nothing is wrong with you saying, that hurt because I cared. How do you know I cared? I was invested. I invested time. I invested energy. Some of us, I invested my resources. I cared. And I didn't get closure. I didn't get closure. How about let's talk about that on tonight? Let's speak around that thought for the remaining few moments that we have together on tonight. I didn't get closure. Everybody put that in the room. I didn't get closure. I didn't get closure. I'm not the only one, but I want to just give you some strategies on how I was able to heal from that without staying emotionally stuck and incarcerated due to the lack of an apology. I didn't get closure. I didn't get closure. We have to talk about this. We have to talk about this because this is something that Jerry has learned. And that is sometimes desired closure prolongs grief. Sometimes desired, meaning you want it, desired closure prolongs grief. Grieving is supposed to be a stage, not a state. Grieving has stages. It's not supposed to be your state. Now, for my own personal study and my own counseling, there are really 7 phases or 7 stages of grief. You have the shock phase, denial phase, anger phase, bargaining phase, depression phase, testing phase, and then you end with the acceptance. First, you're shocked. Then you're angry. You're in denial, depression, bargaining, testing, and acceptance. Those are the stages of how you grieve. Okay? But if I arrest my freedom to receiving closure, these aren't stages, these are states. So you are in a state of being shocked. This is so good. You are in a state of denial. You are in a state of being angry. You are in a state of depression. You are in a state of bargaining. Because desired closure many times prolongs grief. And needing closure, hear me, needed closure causes for us to think with conditionals. In other words, I'll be okay if, well, I'll finally get over that if they respond to. If they were to just do this, then I'll have some clarity if they do. So your thinking and your mindset has become tied to conditions. I need them to do this so that I can operate in that. I didn't get closure. And I had to learn this rather quickly. And the rubble of what was going on in 2018. Still a husband, still a father, still leading the student ministry at that time. I had to get this rather quickly, and it is an epiphany that God revealed to me that greatly caused for me to have a different perspective, and I'm gonna share it with you. God was revealing this to me. Jerry, I'm not the God that just orders your steps. I'm also the God that orders severing. See, because many of us think that when things end, we immediately blame them or blame the devil. What if I were to tell you some closures, God is like, that was me. That wasn't just them. That was me. I need to get you to a place. And you wouldn't get there with them. I wonder how many of us are blaming the enemy for something God was really behind. Jerry, I don't just order your steps. I also order your severing. Because relationships never die due to natural causes. This is so profound. Relationships never die due to natural causes. It either dies due to relational homicide or something being purified. This is good, y'all. Relationships never die from natural causes. This is either a relational homicide, meaning I killed this, my attitude killed this, my pride killed this, or they killed this, their attitude killed this, their toxicity killed this, or we both killed this. We were both dysfunctional. We were both unhealthy. We committed relational homicide. Or is God saying, I need that to be purified. I need that to be purified because of where I'm taking you. What do you do when the heart keeps on screaming, I want to know why. I want to know why they cheated. I want to know why they lied to my face. I want to know why they used me. I need closure, but needed closure prolongs grief And I just feel like I'm a man that has been commissioned by the Holy Spirit on tonight to give somebody this perspective. God is not just ordering your steps, he's also ordering your severing. I am the God that has the authority to cut umbilical cords. That is what the Father does. That's what I'm going to have a chance to do in just a few weeks. As Tanisha and I, our unborn son, will be born into this earth realm, I will have the opportunity to sever the umbilical cord. And God is saying, I needed to cut that. And I don't cut umbilical cords to hurt. I cut umbilical cords to keep. I want to keep you so I could take you to the place I have prepared for you. You saying you needed closure, and I'm just trying to get you to understand I ended that. If it was good for your destiny, if you needed it, it still would be here. Your destiny is never tied to what left. Your destiny is never tied to what left. I'm not just ordering your steps. I'm ordering severing. Relational homicide or purified. And so this is what I had to get. This is what I had to get. Okay. The person who hurt me is not going to come back and heal me. I may never get closure. They may never come back and say, I'm sorry. They may never give me the reason why. They may never give me the, you know what, I was wrong. They may never give that. So I want you to please hear me. I want you to please hear me. Waiting for an apology that is never going to arrive will keep you from never departing. Waiting for an apology that's never going to arrive is going to keep you in a place where you never depart. Never depart emotionally. Never depart, some of us physically, mentally, spiritually. Them ghosting, leaving, or the lack of closure was a tranquilizer dart to my becoming process. When I say, you know what? I have to have the why. And what helped me heal was when I understood that the why belongs to God. Let me give you another perspective about burned bridges. What if burned bridges are really lighting the way to the right path? This is so good, T. What if that burned bridge gave you the light that you need to see the right path? Because it's so amazing to me that wrong people have a way of teaching us the right lessons. What do you do when the heart screams, I want to know why? You recognize that God doesn't just order your steps, that he also orders your stops.